Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Mumbai Townie. Today I am going to show you 5 different kinds of kids lunchbox recipes. So let's begin. Monday being the first day of the week is really hectic. So I kept a very simple and a quick recipe which you can finish off within 15 minutes. Let's begin with Rava Idli. Here are the ingredients: 1 bowl suji. Then to this I am adding 1 bowl sour curds. This has to be little sour. And after this I am adding 1 teaspoon of salt, or depending on your taste, as per your taste. Sugar, half teaspoon. This can also be increased or decreased, but it needs to be added. Now mix this mixture very vigorously so that you don't have any lumps in this. Don't add any water during this stage. Just keep. Once you're sure that there are no lumps in this mixture, and it might appear dry, but it's okay. Here we'll add 1 teaspoon or 1.5 teaspoon of salt and add 2 teaspoons of water to it. Place the lid immediately so that the gas doesn't evaporate. Give it a standing time for at least 4 minutes. And once it is done, you can see the bubbles in this mixture. Now give this mixture a proper stir. If required, add some water. Ensure that you don't make any runny mixture out of this. It has to be of thick consistency like this. Done, place the lid back and give it a standing time for 2 more minutes. And now in the meanwhile we'll prepare a tadka. Here I am adding oil 1.5 teaspoon, add some jeera, some curry leaves. If you wish, you can add some red chilies. I am adding kaju here, broken into halves, and just add this tadka to the batter which we had prepared earlier. Mix it well. Now in the meantime, prepare a steamer for the idlis. I have taken a pot here. You can use an idli maker. Now grease these plates and pour the batter in them accordingly. Place these idli plates in the steamer and let it steam for 6 to 7 minutes on a medium flame. Once done, you can just remove them and pack them for lunch box. Here I have added carrots as a salad. On Tuesday morning, I am preparing pasta for the lunch box. Here you require these ingredients. Adding butter in the pan, which is on a medium flame. Once the butter melts, add crushed garlic and saute this a little. Once it turns light golden brown, add whole wheat flour, a bowl of whole wheat flour. Ensure that there are no lumps formed. Keep stirring it vigorously. I have not used maida here since it's a kids lunchbox recipe. I would prefer to keep it organic. Now start adding the milk and ensure that the flame is very stirring using a whisk so that no lumps are formed. Keep stirring till the time it becomes very soft and smooth. Now add all the vegetables which you wish to add. Here I am adding red bell peppers, yellow bell peppers, then some herbs like thyme, basil and parsley, which are roughly chopped, not finely but roughly chopped. If you want to finish this recipe within 5 to 10 minutes in the morning rush hour, you can do it by having some meat preparation done ahead of this. You can keep the pasta boiled overnight, keep the vegetables chopped ready for cooking, And when you keep the pasta boiled overnight, add a teaspoon of olive oil to the boiled pasta so that it doesn't stick around to each other, and you can keep it refrigerated also. Now after simmering for 2 minutes, you can add salt and pepper according to your taste, and once you mix it well, add the boiled pasta to this mixture and bring it to a slight boil, and that's it. Your pasta in white sauce is ready to be packed for lunch. And in the lunch box, along with the pasta in white sauce, I have packed some walnuts along with an apricot. Today is Wednesday and I am packing poha for lunch. It is not the typical kanda poha, but it is definitely a famous Maharashtrian breakfast recipe. Of course, I am adding a personal twist to this. Take a pot on a medium flame, add 2 tablespoons of oil or 3 teaspoons of sunflower oil. Once it gets warmed up, add 1 teaspoon of jeera, and once it starts spluttering, add peanuts. Roast these peanuts well. All this to be done on a very low flame. Now add a small teaspoon of onion seeds. Add sliced onions and saute them well. Once the peanuts are well roasted, add onions and then curry leaves to this and saute well again. Add green chilies at this stage. I am adding a very small piece of green chili. If you like it to be a spiced one, you can add more chilies to it. Once you see that the onions have become transparent, you can add 1 teaspoon of turmeric to this and mix it well, and now bring down the flame to a very low level. Saute this well, and once it is done, add 1 teaspoon of salt. Now this is according to your taste, you can increase or decrease. 1 teaspoon of sugar. This would bring out the tanginess of the onion seeds, and it's really yummy at lunchtime. Once you notice that the oil has separated from the mixture, you can add finely chopped carrots or any other veggies which you would like to add in this. Carrots would be ideal, and I am not going to cook them totally. I am going to leave them half boiled, part boiled more or less, so that the crunch remains in the carrot texture. Now to this, put on the lid to this mixture and let it remain on a low flame for around 10 to 15 seconds. Once you remove this, you can add the soaked and drained poha. Now give this entire mixture a proper mix so that the masala gets coated to the poha very well. Once done, you can place the lid on it and leave it for at least 2 minutes so that it cools down and cooks evenly, and that's it. Your poha is ready to be served for lunch. Today is Thursday and I am packing paneer pesarattu for lunch. For the detailed batter recipe, you can watch my video on pesarattu recipe. I am leaving the link in the description box down below, and you can see the link on the right hand upper corner of the screen. Put the tawa on a medium flame and take the pesarattu batter and spread evenly on the tawa. Once you notice that the pesarattu is getting cooked, you can take 3 to 4 cubes of paneer and crush them and place it on the pesarattu. Now we are not going to cook it on the second side. I am just going to fold this pesarattu and flip it and let the paneer get cooked inside the attu. Here I am using very less oil. I am using 1 teaspoon oil altogether. Before placing the batter, I had used half teaspoon oil, and after it gets cooked, I have used another half teaspoon oil. It's a very low oil recipe. Today, along with the paneer pesarattu, I am packing a small apple along with 2 fresh khajurs. Today is Friday and I am making a very different recipe for the lunch box. It is kesar rice. Take a pan over a flame, add a teaspoon of ghee if it is allowed, or you can add oil also. But because we are adding kesar, it will give out a good flavor. Add a pinch of shajira. Once it starts spluttering, add the other whole spices. 1 elaichi. Removing the cover, just pound the elaichi grains and add to the ghee. Now add cloves and 8 to 10 peppercorns. We are not going to add any green chilies to this recipe or red chilies to this recipe. Add mace. Now add blanched or boiled peas, carrots. If you wish, you can add some more veggies. Otherwise, this should do. Otherwise, it would overpower the flavor of the rice. Now, once you have sauteed these vegetables, add rice to this. And one more thing to be noted. When you're boiling the rice, add half teaspoon of salt. Now I'm adding another half teaspoon of salt. You need to check the salt levels properly. Add 1 small teaspoon of sugar to this and give it a nice stir. Now I'll be adding kesar, which I had already soaked for 5 minutes in hot milk. Once it has started releasing the color in the milk, you can just add. Now you can switch off the flame. With this, on this heat itself, you just give it a proper stir and keep the lid over this rice for a moment. To add a little more flavor to this rice, I would be adding few drops of kevra essence to this rice. Once you add this essence, mix the rice properly and give it a standing time of 5 minutes, and it is ready to be served and packed for lunch. Hope you have enjoyed all these recipes for the kids' lunchbox. If you have, please leave a comment down below and let me know about what else you would like to see in my channel. Thank you. To watch many more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel and do give a like to this video. Thank you. Bye.